Railers get the victory. Final score of 34-33. Again, the Railers had 2 players in double figures tonight. Aaron Hopp leads the way. He has 13. Will Cook finishes with 12. And again, Peyton Ebelair with 5. And Gavin Block with 4 to round out the scoring for the Railers. Joined now by Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations on the win. Boy, this is a hard one to figure out. Deerfield, very good team, very patient. It seemed like in a lot of the game we were watching a lot of the things that the Railers do and do very well. But one of the things that they were doing that was really hurting us early was they were getting the ball inside, and they had somebody coming from the weak side getting the easy shots. And once you got that figured out, then the Railers were able to get back in it.
I don't think we ever got it figured out. They were still doing it in the fourth quarter, and we didn't come prepared to play. And again, playing back-to-back tough games, but we've done it before this year. We played, 3 games at Collinsville, 4 games in 3 days. We did just fine. It's about mental preparation and wanting to step up and play, and the game is about half mental. And if you're mentally sharp, you're focused, shooting's going to be there. How you play and where you're going is much quicker. And we just hesitated on a lot of things tonight. And as a coach, as excited as I was last night, we go from one end to the other end and lucky to win a basketball game. I will say one of the positive things, Will Cook made 4 clutch free throws. And, it was things we talked about. They did exactly what we told was going to happen. And we didn't seem to want to cover up.
It was interesting. They did a good job early on with defending the Railers. And was it just the fatigue maybe from last night because of the back-to-back with the shots? Because it seemed in the first quarter, maybe halfway through the second, a lot of the shots we were putting up were coming up short.
Well, again, it's focus. And if you're prepared to play, tonight should have been a game that we played exactly like last night. However, they shouldn't have played as long because there was some fatigue involved. And, we got guys out there that, didn't come off the floor, didn't ask to come off the floor, and we just weren't playing the way that, we need to play. And they were the better team tonight. We just got lucky on our home floor.
Coach, there at the end, I'm not sure what you were expecting them to do. Of course, they missed the 3, and then they started the offensive rebounding. And well, you talk about lucky with all the offensive rebounds they got at the end, and the way some of the things were being called tonight, it could have just as easily, you could have seen a slap called, the ball goes in, and they may go to the line trying to tie it with a free throw. Railers caught a break there that they got it and didn't get fouled.
Well, first of all, we spent 2 timeouts talking about fouling at the end of the game there, and we let the guy catch it right in the circle there, right by the free throw line, pivot 3 times and find a wide open man on the perimeter when he was supposed to have been fouled. And he held that ball for probably 4 or 5 seconds right there at the top of the key, and we didn't respond. That's the focus that we didn't have. We wanted to foul there and force them to make the 2 free throws or make one and miss one, and it was the exact guy that we wanted to foul, and we didn't execute down the stretch. And you don't win a lot of close games like that. Lucky for us, we did. And just like you said, we're lucky it wasn't a 3-point play there on the putback.
And Coach, you talk about you said you told them that here's what Deerfield's going to do. They did exactly that, and then you come out and this is it's put there right on a platter for you. This is the guy we want to foul, because a lot of teams will probably figure out who we want to keep it away from, but they had it in his hands. And as you said, that's probably one of the frustrating things I would have to think about coaching is, you lay it right out exactly what's going to happen, and then from it going from your mouth to their ears, something gets in the way.
Well, and again, it's the mental part of the game, and the half of it was here, the physical part, but I don't know where we were at, thinking about it. And I love to give the kids credit, but I also want people to know when they didn't perform, right. And that's one thing that we want to do is make sure that we are doing what we need to do. And if you're going to advance in postseason, you have to be sharp. Even in practice, you got to be focused when you come to do and execute, because it's habit. And what we're doing now is habit of what we're doing in practice. We'll practice good one day, next day, oh well, it's not important. And you got to be consistent with everything you're doing. And if you do that, then you play consistent. The whole game's consistently played the way you want to play. So they'll bounce back. They were lucky. They got, won the game. And again, Will Cook hit the 4 free throws down the stretch there that, we just struggled with everything. And give them credit, because they really played hard, and they did the things that took some things away from us. But that team there is not in the upper half of our conference, I don't think. Our league is really strong this year, and they one of their players, number 4, is probably their leading scorer. I don't think he scored all night. We did do a nice job on him, but we sure didn't do the job that we needed to in the middle with them dumping it down to the backside blocks.
So, Coach, now you can move on from this one on the schedule, and Friday night, one game this week, and it's
thank God.
It's SHG coming, so it's right back to conference play with you and Glenwood tied atop the conference right now. And this is one of the games that like you talked about, you obviously want to win, but you don't want to have a game like this come down to the wire in a conference game, because we know how things like this can happen when it comes conference time. But the Cyclones come to town Friday night.
Well, they're coming, but they're playing with a lot of focus and doing the things that they want to do. And they had one of their players that decided not to continue to play, and it was city tournament. Was it then?
I think so, yeah.
Right around there. So it's been about 3 weeks now. It might have been right after Christmas. I think it's been longer than that. But anyway, they're starting to find their rhythm. They're starting to get people into new roles and things. And, they got great athletes. The McDonald kid's a great shooter. You got Gabe Green, who's a winner. He just knows what to do. He hit the winning shot last night in overtime. They've got beef. They've got hard-nosed kids inside, and it's going to be a physical game. And they will never, ever quit. They're a team that you better know you have to play for 32 minutes, or it's not going to come out very good.
Coach, we will let you go after this one. Railers win by 1 over Deerfield, and hopefully things get back on track. As you said, the mental part of it, by the time we're back in action here Friday night against SHG. But win number 20 on the season here for the Railers. Not an easy one, but you did get the win.
Yeah, we did, and our fans need an apology to have to sit through that, because I know it was hard for me to sit and watch. And the kids were waiting for some excitement to happen, but they forget they're the ones that have to provide the excitement. And we never did accomplish that goal tonight. And hopefully next Friday they won't give up on them, and they'll be back to, because next Friday will be a good basketball game. And we've only got one more night where we have to play back-to-back. We have to play, I don't think it's 2 weeks from tonight. We play Friday, Saturday, and that'll be a challenge too. Eisenhower, even though we beat them pretty good in the tournament, they're playing a lot better. They're winning, and they're playing with some more confidence and things. And what bothers me is our guys say, oh, man, that was an easy one. We'll just show up. And you do that, they're capable. They've got great athletes and young athletes.
Yeah, and unfortunately there have been games in the past when early in the season the Railers have had decisive wins over teams, and then later on in the season things didn't work out so well.
Exactly, and you have to stay focused. And everybody that's 500, or everybody left on our schedule, you take a look at, and you can say, hey, we can beat Lincoln. That'd be a feather in our hat. So, sometimes you wish you didn't have that. But then again, if you didn't have that, the success that we've had in the program would not be there. So hopefully we can start getting revved up for the postseason, because it's going to be here before you know it. And it's important the next 3 games. Let's see, is it 3? 1, 2 games maybe before the pairings come out. So we got Friday, Tuesday, and then they'll be out that following Friday. So we've got 2 games left.
Yep.
So but they're tough games. I mean, Griffin on Friday, and Tuesday we got Lanphier. So Lanphier's really stubbed their toes. So you know how Lanphier feels about Lincoln anyway. You can throw out the record book when that comes around. So.
Yep.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Congratulations on the win here tonight, and we'll see you back here Friday against the Cyclones of SHG.
Okay, thank you.
Railers get the win tonight, 34-33. We'll wrap things up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.